Yo, what's up, guys? So there's a little update on the Nate Diaz situation. So Nate's attorney, Walter Becker, can confirm that Nate has received word of the arrest warrant and Becker has been in contact with court authorities in New Orleans, Rossfield said. Nate's attorney looks forward to presenting all of the facts about this incident to the district attorney, which clearly demonstrate that a trained fighter named Rodney Peterson aggressively pursued Nate with the intention of engaging him, and once doing so, Nate acted entirely in self-defense. No further comment will be made at this time. So Nate Diaz's attorney makes a very good point. They point out the fact that this guy, Rodney Peterson, is a trained fighter. He's 1-0 in pro boxing, and he's got a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know, we never really talk about how good Nate Diaz's lawyers must be, but think about it. All the incidents that Nate has been in, he never goes to jail, never goes to prison. I mean, these attorneys, they need a press conference in and of themselves. It's been like 10 years straight of just like flawless victories. But anyways, they bring up a good point. They also bring up the fact that this guy was coming towards Nate Diaz. He was engaging. They specifically said a trained fighter named Rodney Peterson aggressively pursued Nate with the intention of engaging him. And once doing so, Nate acted entirely in self-defense. So let's re-roll back the film. So we got it slow-mo. This shadow right here, we're starting early, guys. We're chopping this, we're slowing it up. We're looking at this like an investigation team would, because let's be real, an investigation team is going to be looking at it. So this is the evidence. The guy's right here. Okay, this is where he starts at. He starts moving a little closer to Nate, who is stationary. That's all I'm saying, right? There's no need to approach. There's violence going on. Why is he approaching? So far, this isn't illegal. Okay. He is looking directly at Nate. Nate has his hands up, obviously not in a welcoming manner. So these next steps are very important. Notice how this guy, he has his hands up and they're making motion towards Nate Diaz, right? Now, granted, Nate Diaz makes contact first, but this is in a moment where there's chaos everywhere. This guy comes out of nowhere towards Nate Diaz, who is stationary. His hands are going towards Nate Diaz. This guy's a trained fighter. I don't know. I just think Nate probably has a better chance at beating this than a lot of people may think. I mean, this guy, he approaches from God's knows where. He's got his hands out up to the point to where it's about a foot away from Nate Diaz's face, who's just standing there. I mean, Nate Diaz pushed his hands away. There's a little bit of sway of motion on both sides. I mean, at this point, they're tussling. You know, Nate, honestly, he did initiate contact, but, you know, in my eyes, given the circumstances, you know, I think it's not unrealistic to believe that Nate Diaz was honestly trying to protect himself.